100 years of peace. Apparently, that's what Pakistan now wants. A century of peace with India. I know it sounds too good to be true. And that's because it is. Diplomats who talk about 100 years rarely mean it. It's either a gimmick or a lie. In the case of Pakistan, it's both. Their new national security policy is 100 pages long. 55 of them have been made public. The rest is classified. This policy covers a 5-year period, 2022 to 2026. But frankly, I don't know why they made it at all. We can explain Pakistan's security policy in one sentence. Ask the army. What the army thinks are the priorities. What the army does is policy. You don't need a 100-page document to know that. Nonetheless, they've made one. According to Imran Khan, this policy is all about the economy. The richer you are, the safer you are. After 22 IMF bailouts, Pakistan has finally realized this. So what's stopping them? Apparently India. Their trade and connectivity plans are on hold. Why? Because India is not helping. Their strategic stability is off balance. Why? Because India's nuclear arsenal is growing. Their look east diplomacy is not working out. Why? Again, because of India's quote-unquote hegemonic designs. So we really have to wonder what has changed. This document is still obsessed with India. It uses the same old language. We want talks, but India is not willing. Let me quote from their document. This is what they say. Pakistan continues to believe in resolving all outstanding issues through dialogue. However, certain Indian actions remain significant hurdles in this direction. What recent actions are they talking about? The altering of Jammu and Kashmir's statehood. Yes, they're still stuck on that. Kashmir has been circled out as the core of India-Pakistan relations. And they're blaming India for disinformation, for arms build-up, for false propaganda. At the same time, they also want trade with India. Here's what a Pakistan official said earlier this week, and I'm quoting again. If there is a dialogue and progress, there would be a possibility of normalizing trade and commercial ties with India as it happened in the past. We get what Pakistan is saying and why Pakistan is saying this. Bilateral trade is around $10 to $20 billion. Pakistan needs this money a lot more than India does. And for that reason, they want to separate trade and security. They want to dehyphenate them. But that's not how relationships work. You cannot export vegetables with a side of terror. Peace and prosperity are a combined package. You cannot seek prosperity without peace. So all of this talk about 100 years of peace is a farce. Anyone can talk peace. But implementing it, that is the key. And that's where Pakistan has failed repeatedly. On Wednesday, India's army chief laid out some worrying numbers. He said Pakistan is hosting around 400 terrorists at border launch pads. They're being primed for attacks and infiltration. Is this how you build 100 years of peace? In the last 8 months of 2021, 24 Pakistani terrorists were killed by Indian security forces. Who funded them? Who gave them weapons? Again, Pakistan. Then you have the 26/11 trial. Many of the planners are still out on bail. Some of them have been acquitted. This is not the foundation of a peaceful century. And India has repeatedly emphasized this point. Terror and talks cannot go hand in hand. Bring peace to the border. Stop funding anti-India terrorism, and then we can talk perhaps. But Pakistan is clearly not interested. They were busy installing the Taliban in Kabul. And by the way, that's another anti-India mission. During the first Taliban regime, Pakistan used Afghanistan as a launching pad. Reports say they're using the same strategy again, pushing terrorists through Afghanistan, routing drugs via Afghanistan. This double game has gone on for a long time, calling for talks in public and trying to destabilize India covertly. This policy document was a chance to fix that. But Imran Khan did the very opposite. He doubled down on the India obsession. Politically, it makes sense. You see, IMF bailouts will not get you votes. Blaming India for your failures will. But this choice has a cost, an economic cost. Cooperation with India would be a huge boost for Pakistan. Money from trade, new pipeline projects. We're talking about millions of dollars. On paper, the new policy wants to do all of this. But as always, the deep state has other ideas. Another interesting part of this document is a section on America. Let me tell you what it says. Pakistan does not subscribe to camp politics. We believe that our continued cooperation with the United States will remain critical for regional peace and stability. No camp politics. Is that a message for America or for China? Washington is finally coming to terms with Pakistan's double game. They're not counting on Pakistan's friendship anyway. As for China, things have gone beyond camp politics. You cannot sell your country to Beijing and then claim that you do not believe in camp politics. The fact is, Pakistan is not in China's camp. Pakistan is China's colony. But Islamabad does not realize that. In this document, they are singing praises of China. The CPEC, or the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, has been called a project of national importance. There's more. According to the document, the CPEC enjoys national consensus. Talk about being detached from reality. Just last month, there was a massive protest in Gwadar against Chinese projects. Chinese officials have been targeted with bombs here. Doesn't really sound like a national consensus project. Pakistan also wants to reimagine its ties with Russia. Their words, reimagine. Unfortunately, they couldn't even write a separate section for Moscow. They've been clubbed with Central Asia. Historically, Pakistan and Russia have never been close, but Islamabad is banking on its trump card, Afghanistan. Moscow wants stability in Kabul. Pakistan thinks it can guarantee that. So to sum things up, this national security policy offers nothing new. It's 100 pages of wasted paper, I'm afraid. If Pakistan is serious about peace, they must understand this. Peace is not some distant goal or target. Peace is a continuous and steady process. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.